The Quad, made up of the US, India, Japan, and Australia, has long been seen as a counterweight to China. Trump was expected to reaffirm this partnership during a planned visit to India, but the trip was quietly cancelled amidst rising tensions between US and India. Why? Because US-India relations have soured dramatically. In August, Trump slapped 50% tariffs on Indian goods, punishing India not only for trade imbalances, but also for continuing to buy Russian oil. To Trump, this indirect support for Moscow undermines his grand plan of forcing Russia to end the war, a plan he often suggests could even win him a Nobel Prize if successful. Negotiations on a trade deal collapsed, and Trump's rhetoric turned openly critical of India. This left Prime Minister Narendra Modi facing a dilemma: how to navigate a US that was becoming increasingly unpredictable. And so, Modi turned to China. At the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Tianjin, he made his first visit to China in 7 years. This looked less like a bold diplomatic reset and more like a hasty rapprochement driven by Trump's tariffs and India's need for an alternative to the US. But decades of mistrust, bloody border clashes, and deep strategic divergences cannot be erased with a single photo op. India's foreign policy today looks riddled with confusion, caught between West and East, chasing partnerships without clear direction. This gamble of leaning toward Beijing may buy Modi some time, but its future is deeply uncertain. And then there was China's Victory Day parade, a full-throated demonstration of military and technological advancement. Beijing showcased its completely nuclear triad with land-based ICBMs like the DF-61 and Dongfeng 31, submarine-launched JL-3, and air-launched Jinglai-1 hypersonic missiles, the DF-17, DF-2060, and ship-killing YJ-21 took center stage designed to penetrate US defenses. China also unveiled futuristic systems, LY-1 high-energy lasers, anti-ship drone microwaves, stealth drones like GJ-11, and swarms of naval and underwater drones. Trump's reaction? Equal parts satire and alarm. On Truth Social, he quipped, "Please give my warmest regards to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un as you conspire against the United States of America." He mocked Xi for omitting America's role in World War II, yet also called the parade beautiful, claiming, "They were hoping I was watching, and I was." A mix of ridicule and reluctant admiration that perfectly captured Western unease. When you connect these dots, a bigger picture emerges. Trump's tariffs and cancelled Quad visit weakened US-India cooperation. Modi's hasty pivot to China at the SCO Summit reflected India's desperation for alternatives, even as mistrust lingered. And China's military pageantry, met with Trump's sarcasm, underscored Washington's anxiety at a tightening Beijing-Moscow-Pyongyang alignment. Each move fed into the next. US pressure pushed India toward China, China showcased its rising might, and Trump amplified the rivalry with his mix of bravado and mockery. In short, Asia is at the center of a geopolitical realignment. The US, India, China, and Russia are reshuffling their partnerships, and the world order is shifting in real time. The question is, where will this realignment lead next?